This story is called Winnie the Pooh Meets Gopher. Winnie the Pooh lived in a forest under the name of Saunders, which means he had the name Saunders over the door and he lived under it. One day Pooh was sitting resting and his clock chimed. Now what does that mean, wondered Pooh. He knew it meant something, but being a bear of little brain, he had to think and think. Oh yes, that was it. It was time for a stoutness exercise. Up, down, went Pooh. Doing his stoutness exercises always made Pooh hungry. Oh, bother. The honey pot was empty again. There's nothing in it. He would have to go out and find some more. So Pooh went out walking, and he came to a sandy bank with a hole in it. It was Rabbit's hole, and Rabbit might say, "What about a bit of lunch?" "Is anyone home?" asked Pooh. "No," said a voice. "Bother," said Pooh. "Isn't that you, Rabbit?" The voice said no. Pooh stuck his head in the hole. "Oh, hello, Pooh," said Rabbit. "What a pleasant surprise. Would you like some lunch?" "I do feel like a little something now that I come to think of it," said Pooh. And he settled down to a large, small helping of honey and condensed milk without the bread. For a long time, Pooh ate and ate and ate. Then, in a rather sticky voice, he said goodbye to Rabbit and started to climb out of the hole. "Oh, help! Oh, bother! I'm stuck," said Pooh. "It all comes from eating too much," said Rabbit. And he started pushing, but it was no help. "It all comes from not having front doors that are big enough," said Pooh. "I shall go and fetch Christopher Robin." So there's Pooh, stuck in the hole. "I say, are you stuck?" said Owl, who had landed nearby. "No, I'm just resting and thinking," said Pooh. Owl looked at him closely. "You, sir, are stuck. The situation obviously calls for an expert." "Here I am," said Samuel J. Gopher, "an excavation expert at your service." Pooh strutted around Pooh, poking and prodding. Hard digging, danger of a cave-in, needs planks for bracing, big job, 2 or 3 days. 2 or 3 days, said Pooh. "What about lunches?" "No problem." Gopher said, "I always bring my own lunch." "Run into money, strictly cash, think it over, let me know, here's my card." And he disappeared as suddenly he had appeared. "Cheer up, Pooh Bear, we're coming," called a voice. Christopher Robin, Kanga and Roo and Piglet and Eeyore and Rabbit appeared over the hill. They started pulling and pulling. "There's only one thing to do," said Christopher Robin at last. "We'll have to wait until you get thin." "Might take weeks or even months," said Eeyore. "And no meal," said Christopher Robin. So there was Winnie the Pooh, half in, half out of Rabbit's hole. Night fell and rain fell, and Pooh got wet, and Rabbit and the others had to help wring him out. They sang him sustaining songs and tried to cheer him up, and Pooh tried to not think about eating. They all went home, and Pooh was left alone. "I still think I could blast you out of there," said Gopher, appearing suddenly. "You are that stuck-up bear, aren't you?" Said Pooh absently, eyeing Gopher's lunchbox. And there's Gopher with his lunchbox. "What's in the box?" said Pooh, suspecting something. "Let me see," Gopher busily. "There's a little cold salmon and some custard, and oh yes, some honey." "Honey," breathed Pooh. "Honey," grasped Rabbit inside his hole. "Oh no, not that." Finding his front door still full, he dashed out by the rear door and ran around in time to see Gopher politely handing Pooh a jar of honey. "Stop that," he said. "You can see Rabbit's taking the honey." Thoughtfully, he tasted the honey and gave the jar back to Gopher. "Very good. In fact, not bad at all, but not for Pooh Bear." Rabbit was very busy for a long time down in his hole. When he came up, he had a sign which he made. It said, "Don't feed the bear." Christopher Robin, Piglet, Eeyore, and Kanga and Roo all landed in a heap. "Where is he?" said Pooh, looking out from his front door. "Stuck again," said Eeyore. "Don't worry, silly old bear, we'll get you out. there's no hurry. See, they pulled Pooh right out of the hole and he landed in a tree with a honey nest. What a happy ending for Pooh.